Good morning, this is your legal brief. This brief covers topics such as estate planning, your rights while activated or deployed, your family support obligations while on active duty, and criminal and civil matters.
Before you mobilize, it's important you think about what legal documents you or your family may need while you are away, such as a will, power of attorney, living will, and/or healthcare power of attorney. A will is a document that lets your loved ones know who you want your things to go to when you die and helps expedite the process in closing out an estate. In North Carolina, if you are single with no children and you want everything you own to go to your mom and dad, you do not necessarily need a will. If you are not married and you have a child, you should get a will made to protect your SGLI funds for your child. If you have a spouse and children, you should consider getting a will to prevent part of your estate going straight to your children, especially if they are minors. You can also consider a power of attorney for your finances. This names someone whom you trust to spend your money for you and deal with companies with whom you do business. It's a powerful and potentially dangerous document. Only get this done if you have someone you trust who is also financially responsible. If you're married, your spouse might already be able to do most of this, and you may not need this power of attorney. It can be helpful to have your spouse on all the bills. Being married doesn't automatically grant your spouse the power to do everything on your behalf. Things like buying, selling a car or house, dealings with banking institutions, etc., usually require special documents. You can also make a living will, also known as an advance directive, which is a legal document that outlines your preferences for medical treatment if you become terminally ill, permanently unconscious, or otherwise unable to communicate your decisions. It guides doctors on using or withholding life-sustaining measures, such as CPR, ventilators, or feeding tubes, and reduces the emotional burden on family members. Finally, you can make a healthcare power of attorney, naming someone to make healthcare decisions for you. Without the HCPOA, there is a list of whom will have the authority to consent to treatment on your behalf in North Carolina. This applies whether or not you are likely to recover. In some instances, the advance directive or living will and the healthcare power of attorney might be combined into one document. Next, I'll talk about your rights when you deploy. First, under the Uniformed Services Employment and Re-employment Rights Act of 1994, more commonly known as USERRA, is a federal law protecting civilian job rights, benefits, and re-employment for veterans, National Guard, and Reserve members. It prohibits employer discrimination based on military service and ensures, upon returning from duty, prompt re-employment with the same seniority, status, and pay as if they had never left. The employer must have received advance written or verbal notice of the service, unless precluded by military necessity or under the circumstances is impossible or unreasonable. The service member must return to work or apply for re-employment in a timely manner, 1 to 30 days for short service, up to 90 days for 180+ days of service. They cannot make you use any vacation, sick, or other similar leave, but you may want to. Your employer cannot discriminate against you because of your military duties. Second, the Service Members Civil Relief Act, also known as SCRA, is a federal law which provides financial and housing protections, including interest rate limits, rent protections, and foreclosure relief to active duty military members, including reservists and some dependents. When on Title X orders, it caps interest on debts incurred prior to active duty at 6%, which includes credit cards, mortgages, and car loans. You have the right to cancel your cell phone plan, residential or motor vehicle leases. There is a lag time between the notice given and the termination of the lease. It restricts evictions for non-payment of rent without a court order, protects against foreclosures and seizures of property, and protects against default judgments. No one can repossess your vehicle while you're on orders without a court order. No one can sue you in civil court without you being there, or the court must provide you with a lawyer. To cancel a lease on an apartment, SERA says you give notice, you pay full rent one more time, and then your lease is canceled at the end of that month. Many states have provisions in addition to federal protections, such as reduced taxes. Check your state of residence for additional protections. SCRA does not include criminal matters. If you have a pending legal matter or one comes up before you leave, contact JAG immediately. Failure to resolve it could prevent you from deploying. If you now have or have had in the past charges of domestic violence, you have to talk to JAG about it today. Everyone must complete the Lautenberg form regarding domestic violence. This is the qualification to possess firearms and ammunition form. Family care plans. If you have a minor child and you are not married to the other natural parent, or if the other parent of the minor child is also a service member, then you must have a family care plan. touch base with the JAG section immediately to find out when the family care plan briefing will be. If you have a minor child, you're not married to the other parent, and you don't do the family care plan, you will be left behind, and you could be separated from the National Guard. If you have dependents, a spouse or child, you are required to support them while you are on active duty orders. The Army says that if you don't have a court order or a written agreement, you must pay your dependents a percentage of your BAH. That's even if you're not getting BAH, you still must pay them a percentage of what you would be getting. You must get your dependents set up in DEERS so that you can get the BAH at the with dependent rate. If you choose not to financially support your dependents, they can contact your chain of command and complain, and then you'll be ordered to pay them. Do not waste your command's time with your personal matters, which should have been handled before your mobilization. Take care of that now. Get a court order or written agreement before you go. And finally, soldiers, please note that everyone is going to get the JAG SRP packet. Check which documents you want done today. Fill this out while you're waiting to check into the SRP. Mark whether you need a family care plan, whether you want a trust for your SGLI money, and whether you have any pending criminal or civil matters. Now is your chance to talk to a lawyer for free. Do it today.
Hello again, soldiers. Today we covered estate planning, your rights while activated or deployed, your family support obligations while on active duty, and criminal and civil matters. As advised, please do not save legal for the last station. You have to see us before you go to finance. We will not wait around, so if you know you haven't been to the dentist in 10 years, see us first. There are QR codes to link you to resources we have discussed. We also have JAGs available to answer questions on any of these topics. Safe travels, and thank you all for your time and attention.